We can watch a Sunny V2 video. Do enjoy me some Sunny V2. Could have sworn we watched the Bevo video on stream or something. I could have sworn we watched it on stream. So we're not going to watch it. When dumb Mexican TikTokers mess with Mexican cartels. Okay. They're not going to watch. Let's watch 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine. Because when we watch the 6ix9ine video and I react to it, I can title it something vague. What happened to him? And then boom. That's a good little chunk of change right there. All right, let's get into it.
Spotted 6ix9ine supercars being towed by the IRS as he can't pay his taxes.
Do y'all remember that? Hold on. I don't know if there's a bit of an echo because I know in the VODs there was an echo that I couldn't fix. I don't know why. I think the audio's fine though. But ooh, excuse me.
Sources claiming he has debts of over $20 million.
My question is, $20 million. How do you spend that much money? Like, I get it. Like once you get to like a certain lifestyle, it's like really easy to like spend frivolously. Jesus, English. But I don't ever get the like, cause I forget who was talking about it. I don't get the idea of like bringing your friends to do stuff with you and just paying for literally everything because you have it. Like, if they're your friends, tell them, yo, like I'm not going to pay for you every time. Say if DeMar's rich, right? And DeMar's like, hey, let's go to the barcade. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to go there expecting him to pay for me because he's rich. No, I'm going there to have a good time with my friend. And if he decides to pay for me, cool. But I'm going there full expectations knowing I'm about to pay for myself. You know, like there's no sort of like, oh, if my man eats, I'm eating too. You get what I'm saying? Like that's kind of like drawing. Like, and if y'all close like that, sure. But it's like, no, like your friend's wealth is your friend's wealth. And I feel like that's a lot of people people out the woodwork will start asking for money because you have it. And it's like, what? Do I even know you? What? But anyway, yeah, let's...
Paying this back now seems...
Again, I had to finish my thought. We're only 12 seconds in. I forget what rapper it was, but he said he would take his friends, like a group, like 7-8 people, pay for them all to go to Disney World just to get like their butterbeer or something like that, and then they would just leave right after. Because I think Disney was the only place that made that specific kind of root beer float or whatever. And he would just leave. So imagine how often they probably did that because he had money. And then imagine how many times he did that for each one of his friends. That's crazy. Like, if my friends were like, yo, let's go here, and expecting me to pay for it, I'm taking myself and I'm leaving everybody there. What?
It's pretty unlikely, as 6ix9ine's recent album was such a massive flop.
Is that
most
AI?
people don't even know that he released something new.
I didn't know either. Like... 2023, that's 2 years ago. I don't remember hearing about that at all. I haven't heard about 6ix9ine since probably like, when did he get out? Do I dare say 2021?
Compare this to 2017, when 6ix9ine was undefeated. Everything he released became an instant hit, and no one can deny it.
And part of that, oh my gosh, I keep pausing, but like part of that is like, yo, 6ix9ine just like, a lot of the songs sound the same. He's mad, who's mad? Like, not like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But like, eventually I guess people started realizing like, oh, same thing with the baby. Like, all his shit sounds the same. Like, it was a unique sound the first 2 times I heard it. But now it's like, nigga, shut up. Like, I don't want to hear this nonsense, you know? So, don't hate the player, hate the game, you know?
His unique style of music was pulling hundreds of millions of views, leading to a self-reported massive record deal, with 6ix9ine stating, right now I'm signing my life away to Illuminati for $7.5 million. Life is awesome. Only 4 months later, he'd land a headphone deal worth $4.9 million, and was paid a 6-figure sum just to feature Fashion Nova in one of his music music videos. Well before this, 6ix9ine was already bragging, "I made $1 million this year and I bought a fake Rolex with it." Then only a year later, he was donating the same amount.
Since the last time I've been here, I donated close to $1 million just to community. Not to no foundations, just going on the street and giving out money.
He'd post multiple videos.
But like, I get it. I get it. If you have so much money that you can just like hand out $1 million, like I get it. But then I don't know. You gotta look after yourself at some point. Like I'm not saying 6ix9ine is the most like financially intelligent dude on the planet, because clearly he's not. If Sunny V2 is making a video about him, but it's like yo, what type of investments did you have? Like where do you see yourself in like 5-10 years after this music shit isn't gonna work? You know, like where's that money gonna land you? Because at the end of the day, $7 million, who knows how much of that was guaranteed, right? And what kind of contract stipulations he had. But like $7 million, you can be set for life with that. And like with the way I guess banks are, the way how money is now, like that money can just accrue just by sitting. You know, like what's going on here? Why are you $20 million in debt? How did that even happen? Like it doesn't make sense to me.
Showing massive stacks of cash.
Does money dictate everything you do?
Fuck yes.
Protecting his $500,000 jewelry pieces by dropping a further $100,000 on personal security for a 10-day LA trip. Here he'd sign yet another multi-million-dollar publishing deal, showing that the money was coming from his music. 6ix9ine's first album, Dummy Boy, sold over 1 million units, meaning it likely made over $10 million. However, he'd foolishly used the entire album to rap about committing crimes. For example, on Kuda, he'd proudly proclaim, "All my people really gangbang, talk that damn slang," rap about it.
Oh my gosh. Like, I get it, copyright claims are terrible. I cannot stand Sunny V2 reading trap lyrics. Ugh. I can't stand British people. Shout out to Fendo though. I tolerate Fendo.
Do the same thing, let your nuts hang. We post up, we don't do the race, you gon' die today. Similarly on Billy he'd add, "Get the F up out my effing face before I murder you. Whole squad full of killers, I'm a killer too. Send shots. Everybody get popped."
Sending shots. Everything I was rapping about was really happening.
Which certainly didn't help Tekashi's next chapter. 6ix9ine rapper faces prison.
Whoa. He is okay.
And sex offender registry.
Degenerate. Like I could have guessed that, but a sexual deviant is.
Explain that 6ix9ine originally pleaded guilty in October 2015 to using a child in a sexual performance when he was 18. In a video posted online, 13? A 13-year-old girl was seen engaging in oral intercourse while Tekashi stood behind her. The hip-hop star has since been arrested twice for allegedly choking a 16-year-old in a shopping center in Houston earlier this year.
And this is the thing, like we let people like idiots like this roam the earth. I shouldn't say roam the earth, but like we let people like this get clout, get fame. When like do you think he could pass an algebra test, a 9th grade algebra test? Like 6ix9ine's, I hate to say, he's retarded. Like I'm sorry. Like it's no way to sugarcoat this. Like these are the type of people that are at the top of the culture, you know, and it's super frustrating knowing that, because it's like, again, I'm seething, I'm molding, chalk it up to what you want to call it, but like somebody like me who's like 100% genuine, like this is what you see, this is what you get, is like it's a slow grind, you know, at the end of the day. But it's like people like this just like people just feed off of nonsense, and that's crazy for society. We live in a society, you know. I don't really have anywhere I was going with that, honestly, but it's just crazy to wrap your mind around, like, oh, these are the type of people that get famous. Not the little boy who was worried about his feelers Because they not gonna be on his feet 20 years from now. It's about what you got in here. Real ones know what I'm talking about. It's not about the kids. You handed them a freaking packet, yo. They made that guy into a meme. And everybody go back 5 years and look at the comments in that video. Yo, he's speaking that real stuff. He's really about change. These teachers really don't come in to teach us. Now he's a meme. Everybody's saying don't hand him a freaking packet, yo, with a dead rose and a broken heart emoji. We're cooked. We're done. The society is done. We've reached the dystopian timeline. Oh my gosh. Stop handing him a freaking packet, yo.
Year. In May, he was also arrested for driving without a license, assaulting a police officer, and obstructing governmental administration. 6ix9ine wasn't given leniency as he was using social media to promote a culture of violence and glorify gang activity, but while he did pay his bond of $155,000, the problems didn't end there. After finally closing the book on his 2015 child sex case, 6ix9ine and his associates went to Felipe Chow to sell.
But like, that's the thing. Like, did anybody know about this beforehand? Like before, like his massive like tirade, like on the cultural zeitgeist. Like, did anybody know he was like a sex offender, or is this like, oh, they just swept it under? You know, because I didn't notice until this video. You know, I wasn't bumping 6ix9ine or anything in high school, because admittedly, I was a square. I'm gonna keep it a whole beam. But yeah, it's just like, wow, how did we not hear about this? Like, was the noise just too loud, or did people just genuinely didn't care about what was going on? You know, like he's a groomer, like he's a groomer. But here's a little shocking revelation for me, not even for y'all, because I bet y'all know this, but. In high school, I realized how much of a square I was, because my new job, I work with some of my old teammates that I used to work with, or that I used to play with, and we were all just talking about like different tournaments and stuff like that, and how there was one tournament in particular that people were just throwing up. Turns out the people were throwing up because they had bad weed. I'm thinking they're throwing up because of food poisoning. And I'm like, yo, what? Like, this whole time, this tournament happened 2020. So literally 5 years ago. 5 years ago, this tournament happened. And this whole time, I'm like, oh, everybody's just throwing up because they gave us bad Subway. And the whole time, I'm like, the Subway wasn't that bad. Like, I ate it and I was fine. No, these niggas were smoking. What? Oh my gosh. And they weren't supposed to play in that tournament. Like, they were supposed to get pulled from the tournament for doing that. But they didn't. They still played. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. Again, I just showed up and I came to talk to my friends. Like, I literally just came to play squash, play my favorite sport, and talk with some of my favorite people. That's all I did. But it's nothing wrong with that. I'm happy with the way I turned out, you know. Little man child action. And I remember, here's another thought. Here's another memory. And I hate to think about this because it's suddenly so I had a girlfriend back in that same time range near that tournament. And the PDA was just so much PDA, and I just thinking about it was like, why are you doing this, Rance? Why did you do that? But like, yeah, I remember I was kissing her in the tournament, like, and it's not because it's nothing on her, nothing on her, right? I haven't talked to her in a couple of years actually, but like, she's fine. Nothing to do with her. But it's like, why was I doing that? Why didn't I have self-control? You know? And it's just people had to witness that. And it's a really big pet peeve of mine looking at PDA like in public, like just seeing people commit PDA. And it's like, yo, Please get a room. I can only imagine how many people have said that. And especially my coworker. They told me, they were like, yo, we have like deep dives on the kids. On the kids here about their grades and just what they're doing and stuff like that. Like once a month. And I'm like, okay. And then she said, like, oh, I can only imagine what kind of stuff they were saying about me. Like, because I'm sitting in the chair now. And I'm thinking, they definitely said something about it. They definitely said something about it. And I feel so gross. It was a room of adults talking about my relationship in high school. And I had no idea. It got so bad where they even separate. Like, we couldn't go into the girls' rooms. The one tournament. Like, boys and girls were separated. Oh my gosh. I remember there was this one time, I think it was either the tournament right before or that same tournament. My girlfriend was in the room with me and we weren't doing anything. We were just chilling out. And I remember oh my gosh. My coach came in and I had to hide myself with a pillow because I didn't want him to see anything. My clothes were on, by the way. But it was like, I didn't want him to see anything. So I was like, ugh. And it was so awkward. I was trying to shimmy to the bathroom. Let's play this video. Oh my gosh, that was a long tangent.
Celebrate the legal win with a lavish dinner. Things got ugly when the crew was denied entry into the restaurant as a brawl took place and gunshots rang off.
Oh.
A pair of 6ix9ine's entourage members and his manager are arrested for their involvement. One of the security guards working at the restaurant is reportedly hit over the head with a chair, thrown some robberies plus multiple shooting incidents, and 6ix9ine was facing a minimum of 47 years in prison.
I got federal agents sitting in front of my house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars. One thing I fear in life. No, 2 things. I fear God and I fear the FBI. Only 2 things I'm scared in life.
He'd infamously testify against 12 co-defendants,
I don't give a fuck if I'm held accountable for what I did. Yes, I snitched and I did it proudly.
which reduced his sentence to just 2 years, although it also completely destroyed his credibility. 6ix9ine snitching became a whole meme format, with
I remember that. Like, realistically, if you get put in this position, if me and DeMar committed a crime together, and if we committed a crime together, they say you're facing 50 years in prison, and you snitch on your boy, we'll throw you a solid 1. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I cannot do prison. I can't do prison. Prison is just one of those irrational fears. And I don't even say irrational because, like, I don't do anything. I don't put myself in a position to even think about, being in prison. But, like, look at my room. I'm not doing prison. I'm never going to do prison. Oh, my gosh. That's scary to think about because, like, they take butts in there. They take butts in prison. You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. Oh my gosh. And it's crazy because like my brother, and it's so weird. And it's seeing the contrast between my life and other people. It's just like, wow. I'm just a law-abiding citizen that likes to come home, play Fortnite, and watch anime. My brother, he went to jail. And it's like, whoa. He raps. I have no idea what his rap name is. Please don't ask me. But it's like, what? Like, we came out the same womb. But it's like 2 different sides of a coin. But
people joking, 6ix9ine, I ain't no snitch. Judge, 47 years. 6ix9ine, ever noticed Dwayne Johnson looks like The Rock? Implying he'd say anything to get a lighter sentence. He was therefore also memed as a Karen, whilst others joked, imagine spending 7 years in college to become a lawyer, and your client shows up to court like this. The legal process also cost 6ix9ine a fortune.
How much money have you spent on legal fees this year?
I think that's the ice machine. Sorry.
Too much, right?
Yeah, like $500,000.
That's what I'm saying.
But being sent off to prison only made him more popular. He signed a $10 million record deal whilst behind bars, and
Hi, I'm Brother Nature.
And after being released only 6 months later, 6ix9ine claimed on Instagram, "I got out of jail $20 million richer."
First day home, you see the vibes, man. King New York's home, man. I'm on house arrest, so come on, let's go.
This was supported by a range of extravagant purchases, with TMZ reporting he'd bought a fleet of luxury vehicles that includes an Aventador McLaren Rolls-Royce, Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, and a Range Rover.
All 4 cars, Lamborghini Aventador, Wraith, McLaren, G-Wagon, all mine.
But it's like, after a certain point, it's like, okay, luxury cars, cool, whatever. But, like, do you even drive them? Do you even drive the luxury cars? And it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Cause I'm always big on like efficiency. Like, does it get me from point A to point B? You know, like, does it look nice? Like, in most of the time, if the answer is just yes, like, it doesn't need to be anything extravagant. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, why? I don't know, man.
Tekashi's getting iced out too. We're told he splurged on 4 timepieces, including a Richard Mille watch, and dropped another $300,000 on a chain shaped like a shark.
This is $500,000, $500,000. Look at the diamonds in them teeth. And nobody got this watch. If you don't got this watch right here, you a little boy to me. I'll kiss you on your...
And it's like, you have that watch, you have the Rolex, and it's like, what does that add to your life? You know, like, I get having nice things. Something I bought. Nice thing right here. Bought a nice thing. Little water bottle action. Same thing. AirPods. New pods. Nice things are fine to have, but it's like, it gets to a point, it's like, that's not worth anything. Like, it doesn't even look nice. You know?
Forehead, you a little boy.
Cost more than your whole chain piece and watch. LeMayo, you know who run the city. In a different post, he bragged 15,000 sold out show Istanbul, Turkey, 500,000 for 40 minutes. He'd show off his earnings in videos such as this one.
You got 1 house right here, 2 houses right here, 3 houses right here, 4 houses right here, 5 houses right here. Maybe 2 houses right there, you feel me?
Spending 50,000 of it at the Gucci store in under 10 minutes. He then vowed every week I will try to give at least 50,000 away to someone random for people in need, all the while his music was still performing well. His song Gooba, released a month after his last day in jail, gained 45 million views in its first 24 hours. This made it the biggest 24-hour debut for a hip-hop video in YouTube history, after which 6ix9ine also broke the record for the most viewers ever in an Instagram live. Everyone, he's gonna be...
That is a lot of, like, concurrent people. 1.9 million. Ooh, that's crazy. That's a lot. Granted, it is Instagram, but that's a lot.
irrelevant when he comes out of jail. 6ix9ine #1 on Apple Music and breaking records, who y'all think is the king in New York. 1 month later, he'd put out Trolls, which again gained 45 million views in only 24 hours, debuting at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. 6ix9ine celebrated his post-prison success. However, as it turns out, this would be his peak. Gooba and Trolls became part of the album Tattletales, which didn't perform so well. Despite the noise, 6ix9ine's Tattletales album headed for underwhelming chart debut. It sold just 55,000 album units, making it his worst performing project ever. One of 6ix9ine's rivals, Trippie Redd, laughed at the album's poor performance, which was especially embarrassing as 6ix9ine previously said this:
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie.
The number of listeners per song wasn't lying either, with Joe Budden calling the album
because like is this the Tupac clip?
Likely financial disaster. He'd state that projections are lower than what it would take for an artist who travels with 9 and 10 security guards everywhere he goes. That's the part that the public never really deciphers. It's not who flopped and who didn't. It's what comes in versus what's spent. And this kid, it takes a lot for him to move around. Anthony Fantano gave the album a 3, but more notably stated,
From here.
Anthony Fantano is funny. Anthony, I like the decent 1 because this album doesn't really move me. It doesn't have any redeeming qualities about it. And he'll be straight faced the whole time. Oh my gosh!
I'm not really seeing an increase in quality because I think 6ix9ine is just diving even deeper into using social media and antics and drama and clout chasing as a crutch to supplement his career.
Which turned out to be correct. Rather than focusing on making incredible music, 6ix9ine seemed more concerned with social media fame. He began spending time with
Because why is he with
Steve
David Dobrik?
who gave 6ix9ine the chance to make some extra money. Steve worked with Rumble to get him a streaming deal, which paid 6ix9ine $2 million just to stream for an hour per week.
An hour per week. $2 million. I streamed for almost 3 hours. This is about to be a 3-hour stream. And guess how much I've made off of it? $2 million. And he doesn't even have to do anything. Because people are going to come in regardless, you know? Like, people are just going to watch because it's him. So it's like, he could just, like, get on the stream, set it up, and just sit there. Sit there the whole time. He doesn't have to play no games. Doesn't have to make no music. He doesn't have to, he doesn't have to do anything interesting. $2 million. Ugh, you're out of your mind. And imagine, like, even if he didn't, man, play some 6ix9ine real quick. No. Imagine if he like wanted to like commit to that, you know, like he already has the fan base. He already has the mentality of stupid, retarded kick streamer, and he would just have to do it, you know. Like, I'm nothing on Kai Cenat. Like, outside of like the subathons or the mafia-thons, outside of those type of projects, like what Kai Cenat does is not hard. Like, it's not hard to sit there and play a game for a whole 24 hours. It's not hard to run around your house and throw things, you know? So it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's just my grinder. Please, can we watch the Goober? Okay, after this. Oh my gosh, he loves 6ix9ine.
However, if 6ix9ine didn't fulfill the contract, Steve would have to pay Rumble the $2 million himself. Well, 6ix9ine took the money, then went live on Rumble only 4 times before quitting.
I got him a deal, right, to play video games once a week for an hour. $2 million upfront, and just doesn't do it.
Steve further revealed
that's Jack Doherty. He is also like an enigma.
He had no money at the time, and he needed money to buy Birkin bags for all these black chicks and give away money to make his girlfriend jealous. That's literally like the factual story.
explaining 6ix9ine lied just to get the money.
He told the company, I need $2 million up front so I can buy a content house. The guy's an idiot.
Essentially having been scammed out of $2 million.
I don't even know what you would expect to get out of him.
Steve exposed 6ix9ine further, showing he hadn't been supporting his daughter.
I said, how much money has he given to his daughter for 5 years? He said 20,000, right?
That's 4,000 a year.
4,000 a year, right? I've seen him get paid like over $10 million in 1 year.
Steve then disclosed on a podcast that in addition to the $2 million he was owed, 6ix9ine also owed $10 million to the IRS, $9.8 million to a stripper he hit with a bottle, $600,000 on a house lien, and $60,000 to a home builder. Steve will do it concluded, dude, he's such a broke loser. Literally such a broke loser. And he's just a nasty person in general. In addition
it's like,
to-
what do you expect? Like, does 6ix9ine really have home training? Does he? Because I don't know. Like, you guys know the archetype, you know.
his previous debts, 6ix9ine was ordered to pay $1 million in robbery restitution, although he'd respond by stating, I ain't got it right now. When the judge then referenced this video, 6ix9ine admitted that was prop money. I ain't got it.
And it's like, you do all that just to flex, all that to give yourself, to prop yourself up, but it's like, when it's time to really have it, it's gone. Now all of a sudden the money is fake. You know, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Oh my gosh.
I'm an entertainer, and obviously we talking about it, so I did a pretty good job at entertaining people. You know how you have a degree in law? I have a degree in entertainment.
That's the thing. He's not educated. Like, you have a degree in entertainment. I was about to say edutainment. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Turkey Tom. Shout out to Tomothy. It's like, this is the sentence of a broken man. A man who doesn't really have it like that, you know?
But it seems the lawyer representing him weren't getting paid either, especially after his ex-girlfriend also sued him for $1 million, claiming 6ix9ine posted revenge porn of her online and physically and emotionally abused her. However, 6ix9ine couldn't even afford his credit card bill, let alone his taxes, leading the IRS to show up at his house and seize some of his cars. Clearly in financial strife, 6ix9ine made another album, although if you don't remember any hype around it, it's because there simply wasn't any. Whilst his 2 previous projects had some commercial success, Leyenda Viva didn't chart in any country. On Rate My Music, it scored lower than 1 out of 5 stars, and with only a couple million listens per song, it's no surprise people have called it one of the most boring albums I've ever listened to. 6 months later, he put out Blackballed, which seems to have performed even worse.
And it's like, oh, I hate when... Oh, Joseph texted me. He said, hop on. Hold on, let me tell him I'm streaming. That was a picture of KK. This is KK, y'all. That's KK. I hate when people say, oh, I got blackballed. Like content creators that were big and then just fell off, or like, oh, the algorithm isn't pushing me anymore. It's like, you don't make good content anymore. Plain and simple. You fail to adapt to the ever-changing landscape of YouTube. And that sucks. Hurry up so we can watch them. But yeah, I really don't like that sentiment. A little while ago, remember I've been like last year and a half ago maybe, when Corey Kenshin was like, oh, YouTube is being racist towards me. No. I'm sorry, but no. Like, Corey Kenshin can upload a video of him staring in the camera for minutes on end, and that's going to get pushed into oblivion. Like, no matter what he does, his content is always going to be pushing the algorithm. Corey, let's be real, dude. Like, it was just one bad video. I'm not even going to speak on that. I'm not going to speak on that. I don't want to come off as a bigot, right? I don't want to come off as like, oh, I hate my own people. Shout out to Corey. Very, very successful man, right? But that concept of like, oh, these mystical forces, the algorithm, the industry is against me. No, you're just not doing something right. Simple as that, you know. But
excluding
what do I
one
know? I'm just a little YouTuber that streams, right?
With Kodak Black. Seemingly out of pure desperation, 6ix9ine promoted crypto.
Because that's how you know the fall off is confirmed. Cryptocurrency. Like, what?
I just released the dummy.
Like, that's like the number one thing. That's how you know somebody's done. The Hawk Tuah coin. Now we got the 6ix9ine
coin for the first 2,000.
Like, does he even know how crypto works? Like, not even like insulting him. Like, I have like the most basic understanding of it. Like, I'm not saying I'm a crypto guru, but it's like, does he even know? Like, at the end of the day, this is probably gonna be a rug pull. Like, Save the Kids. You remember that? But it's like,
to buy into the dummy coin. You will be selected to do a meet and greet here in Romania.
After which he was actually offered a lifeline. Tekashi 6ix9ine. I signed a new record deal for $6 million plus. It explained Tekashi is being paid $1 million for the album, which will feature 10 songs, and he's gonna make $250,000 for every concert of an upcoming tour. This all adds up to Tekashi potentially pocketing over $6 million.
But who says he doesn't flake? Because he flaked on the Twitch deal. Like, who says he just doesn't want to do it? Because this guy doesn't have any work ethic. You know, like, this guy doesn't work for what he has. He just shows up and just lives. This guy doesn't have a brain, you know?
Million, all held under one main.
Oh, he has a Switch though. Never mind. I take all that back.
Condition: he doesn't get arrested. Well, just 1 month ago.
I bet the only games he has on that Switch, like an idiot, is Madden and 2K. He has no Nintendo exclusives on that thing. And oh my gosh, what really gets me mad when famous people have Switches and they only have those two games, just get an Xbox. Get a Steam Deck or something. Like, I hate when celebrities aren't real gamers. Like, they constantly need a ball or a gun to compute with games. I'm getting a little jaded here. I'm sorry, but yeah, like when was the last athlete you heard play a little bit of Persona or Horizon Forbidden West or Ghost of Tsushima? Like can any athlete tell me what a JRPG is? Get a load of these guys, right?
6ix9ine again went back to jail for violating parole terms on his initial main prison stint. In the process, he tested positive for meth twice, so despite being released after 45 days, it seems 6ix9ine's life-saving record...
6ix9ine is a joke. Like, this guy's always been a joke. The ex-squash champ Ransom Game and IV. Oh my gosh. What's wrong with this guy? I actually won a couple of... he's an athlete and a gamer. He got that right. I am an athlete and a gamer. I would show a couple of my trophies. Gooba music video. Relax. Relax.
I never wanna